All right, all right. It is time for the final window of Conmebol World Cup qualifying, match day 17 and 18, and then we're done. Everybody's chilling, everybody's celebrating, popping champagne, drinking Bisco sours, or they're crying and drinking Bisco sours in the case of the Peruvians who are unfortunately eliminated. They're no longer with us. But other teams have hopes of qualifying for the World Cup, namely the battle between Venezuela and Bolivia. That'll be exciting to see. Argentina, you guys already got it locked up. And then Chile way down there on the opposite end, hanging in 10th place. But they still got 2 games to play. So we're going to preview everything from these 2 match days. You guys let us know your predictions down below in the comments and hit subscribe for more Conmebol content. We will be back here to recap the window with the biggest takeaways. And that'll be a fun one because qualifying's over. So we don't have to guess like, well, maybe they'll turn it around now because there won't be anything to turn around. Let's start on match day 17. And we'll start with Argentina versus Venezuela in Argentina. What you got for this one, Connor?
I got some interesting stuff for this one. Specifically, I think that comes from Scaloni because he seems to have some interesting ideas about some interesting avenues that he might explore. Namely, it's the fact that we have 5 players under the age of 20 or younger right now. And I think the only other guy is Simeone, but I believe he's 22.
Giuliano's, yeah, 21, 22.
Yeah, so like 22 and unders, but I don't really count Simeone because he's already gotten reps for the national team at a senior level. So
crazy overrated player, by the way. But yeah.
He's still 22. Like we say, he needs one more tool in his kit, and then he's fully, not fully, but he's a proper player. Yeah, but I guess I'm going to go over these guys. We have Soler, Nico Paz, Carboni, Echeverri from Man City, and Mastantuono, which everybody should be familiar with his name. Those are 5 really young guys that have been brought into the senior team. Actually, now that we're here, I think, if anything, the implementation starts against Venezuela because the next game will be Messi's last World Cup qualifier. And we'll get into that. But I think any sort of avant-garde stuff is going to be against Venezuela because, 1, Venezuela, not good away from home. Kind of not good in general. And being that this game is played in Argentina, I think Venezuela, they gonna have to pray, is what it is. Now, their one silver lining is that in their last 8 games, I think they have scored a goal, at least 1 goal every single game, except for their most recent game against Uruguay, where they were held 0-0. And interestingly enough, their goal scoring record going back even further is pretty solid until you get back to Uruguay. Again, I think it was in 2024 or something.
2-0 was the last one. 0-0 was the first one, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. Either way, they have trouble scoring against Uruguay. And yeah, so I'm not surprised if they score a goal here. Venezuela could very well score a goal here, especially if we're experimenting with some younger players here. But I think it'll be a pretty solid routing. Pretty emphatic defeat.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like the Disney Channel, subscribers, anyone who's got Disney Plus watching or whatever, they want this to be a fairy tale. And they want Venezuela to beat Argentina in Argentina. And then, the country, Lord bless them, has something to be happy about. However, that's not how things work in Conmebol. This is a very gloomy, dark, realistic part of the world, and nothing's for free.
It's not Disney Channel. You watching HBO.
Yeah, this is
watching
HBO.
The Sopranos. You watching Game of Thrones. You watching The Wire.
You're watching The Wire, which I am currently. You're watching House of the Dragon, not House of Dragon. That's a totally different show. Don't watch that one. And I think Venezuela really don't have hope here. They are very bad away from home. This is also reportedly Messi's last World Cup qualifier in Argentina. And if you think that they're going to go out, they being Argentina, and play 50-50 patty cake ball with Venezuela just because they're already qualified, you've never met an Argentine in your life, and you have no idea how important Messi is to the country and how proud these people are. They're going to try to beat Venezuela 4-0. That's the objective. Make no mistake about it. I got a 3-1 here. Out of respect for Venezuela, I got them scoring a goal, but I got a 3-1.
I got
decisive
a 3-1
victory.
Too. I have that as well. I think they'll get one. I think Argentina's going to get loose. They're going to be having some fun, and Venezuela's going to be pissed off that there's a 10-minute standing ovation for Messi. There might be a halftime concert. I have no idea.
Yeah, it could be a 4-1.
Is going to come out. He's going to play 5 minutes with Messi. Yeah.
One fact I want to drop, and then I think we can move on. Venezuela, this is why they have no hope, in my opinion. In their last 5 away games, 14 goals conceded. They are conceding 3 goals per game against Chile, against Bolivia, against an Uruguay team who has not scored since the Copa America. That's slightly hyperbolic, but not really. I think they're cooked. 3-1, maybe even 4-1. Then Venezuela does well to get one, by the way. It could be a 3-0 easily.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of that, Colombia versus Bolivia in the Barranquilla. I'm going to take this one first. I think I'm the last person alive holding stock in the Colombian national team at all-time highs. And I'm not selling, baby. I got Colombia winning this one 3-0. Anything less than a decisive Colombian victory here probably means Lorenzo loses his job, even though I think he should stick around. There's been way too much rotation in this Colombian squad. He's just got to pick a freaking 11 and let them play 2 games
and run with it. Yeah. Yes.
It's musical chairs, and like it's affecting the team overall. I looked back at when Colombia beat Argentina 2-1 in qualifying, and I was like, who are the center backs in that game? And I look back, it was John Lucumi and Mosquera. I'm like, I don't even know who this is. And he was a starting center back against Argentina. Then the next game, it's Davinson Sanchez and Yerry Mina. And I'm like, so you're rotating both CBs? See, Argentina don't do that. It's Otamendi and Cuti 99% of the time. Maybe they drop one guy for a game. Maybe they throw in like Balerdi or who got Medina. I mean, he played as a left back, but there's a little rotation. But Colombia is just too much, man. It's too much.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard Yerry Mina. I mean, I saw him play for Cagliari against Napoli. He had a good game. He's the team captain, I wouldn't be shocked. Say what?
Is he the team captain?
For Cagliari?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I don't remember seeing an armband.
Oh, okay.
But he's a big fella, and when he's confident, he's a pretty solid player. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more rotation here, unfortunately. I don't dislike Colombia. I'll say that. I don't dislike Colombia. I have no reason to. But no wins in 5.
Oh, yeah, it's been bad, man.
No wins in 5. The stock is plummeting. The stock is plummeting. Now, if there are any day traders out there, Bolivia away from home, now's your time to buy. Now's your time to buy. This is
if you're not buying now, you never buying.
If you're not buying now, yeah, there's literally no better time to buy. There's no more favorable matchup. You could argue Chile, but Bolivia away from home, I think, is more competent.
You know what this is? This is Brown Steelers in Pittsburgh. We all know how that's going to end.
Still remember Nick Chubb blowing his knee out. You remember that?
I think that game was in Cleveland.
That was in Cleveland?
Yeah. I think that was in Cleveland.
Brother. That was rough, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
The metaphorical Browns in this one. This is a warm-up for Brazil at the next match day. I think they'll play hard, but I don't think it'll be enough to compete. It's a 2-0 for me for Colombia. I don't know how highly I rate their offensive output. I think that Bolivia is truly going to use this as a warm-up. They're not going to be looking to win this game. They're going to be looking to play their hearts out and get warmed up because the next one at home is their highest chance to win, even though it is Brazil. And they need that. They need that one.
Yeah. I agree. And I'll end on one stat. Colombia have never dropped points at home in the history of qualifying against Bolivia. They've won every single game. And I think we can move on after that one. Now, we've gone with some pretty high score lines so far, either like 3-1 or 3-0. So let's jump to the opposite end of things here. Let's talk about Paraguay versus Ecuador in Asuncion. Why don't you break this one down?
This is one of my matches to watch. This is it.
Okay.
I started
for goals or for competition level?
For competition level.
Okay.
I don't. If you're looking for goals, this ain't the game for you. This ain't it. This is a draw. How I see it, it's a flat draw. I don't care how it happens. I got a 1-1 here. I'm open to anything. I think a draw, it's a non-starter outside of that. I don't even know where to start. We'll start with the home team, Paraguay. Paraguay, I really got in my head about this one. I was sitting waiting for the coffee bar to open at Whole Foods upstairs. I was sitting there.
You were there early.
I was there early.
You were there 7.
Actually, I don't know how early I was there. It was like decent, but the coffee bar didn't open. Sat there for an hour and a half.
The barista showed up. He was like, "Bro, we're not open for 3 hours."
That's the thing. The barista didn't show up. It was ridiculous. It was me and this Italian family. They were sitting there. They were like, cafe? And this lady was like, not today. It's Labor Day. I was like, what the hell? But I was sitting there thinking, and this may be the lack of caffeine talking, so just bear with me because we're going to go down a rabbit hole. Paraguay is the Rock Lee of Conmebol. Okay? Everybody, myself included, talking smack about him. They're like, this guy can't use jutsu. He can't do it.
Yeah.
He ain't got it. It's not in the bag. He got a bum-ass haircut. It's not in the cards for him. He wants smoke. Rock Lee will take anybody, anytime, anywhere. He wants smoke. They are the haters. They're ready. They're ready to show up and do you dirty in front of your squad. That's what they want. And I think that's exactly the attitude that they're going to have right here. Ecuador is probably going to have their toughest game to defend. I actually don't know their last 5 matches, but this is going to be a big one. And we'll leave it at that. Paraguay does not have Enciso, and they have 5 more players in addition to him that are injured. Enciso obviously being the crowning jewel of those.
That's big. I didn't know that. Oh, that's big.
It's big. I think he has a meniscus injury, actually.
Welcome.
It's looking like an October
baby.
Return, but yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Okay. Is Ramon Sosa in the squad?
I believe so. I didn't see him missing.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Ooh.
I can check that really quickly, but I did not.
No, don't worry about it. Keep going. I'll confirm.
Ecuador got a full lineup. They have the best midfielder in Conmebol, the best player in Conmebol. Caicedo, and I think they're going to be terrifying. Offensively, I don't know. I just think that Paraguay wants it more here. Paraguay is going to be looking to assert themselves and climb this ladder as much as humanly possible. The chip on their shoulder and the attitude and the momentum is probably their biggest weapon right now with Enciso out. So I think they're just going to be getting after it. And I think they get a goal. And I think that Ecuador is going to have to score first. I think a 1-1 draw here is what we're looking at.
Okay. So, firstly, I think it's fair to say that these are 2 of the top 5 defenses in the world. Certainly top 10 defense.
Top 5 defense?
I mean, they've been at home.
Okay.
Yeah, that was too strong. They're not top 5 overall.
I'll tell you what, their form is good.
Overall. Yeah.
They're in form. You want to talk about momentum here? That's what they got. That's them. It's Rock Lee.
I mean, under Alfaro, they haven't lost at home yet. 8 goals scored, 2 conceded. I mean, those are games against Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina.
And the Ecuadorian offense, they don't got a fraction of that power.
Not only do they not have a fraction, Ecuador are coming in here on 3 consecutive 0-0 draws. 3 consecutive 0-0 draws. Even crazier stat, and this is an embarrassment to the continent. Ecuador have 1 goal in their last 5 away games. On the flip side, they have also allowed 1 goal in the last 5 away games. So in the last 5 away games for Ecuador, there has been 1 goal scored and 1 goal allowed. They are averaging 0.4 goal happenings per game away from home. That's what I'm saying. I guarantee you this is trash as a spectacle. Yeah, I could certifiably guarantee it. Without
the signs are pointing to a 0-0.
I had Paraguay 1-0, but you just told me Enciso's out. And I think he is critical for how Paraguay play at home. So now I'm I'm going to still lean a Paraguayan victory here, but I do think a 1-1 is a more realistic. Actually, you know what? It's either Paraguay 1-0 or it's a 0-0. I don't think both teams score here. I really don't. I don't. We have not seen anything from Becasese that he can conjure up an attack. There's been nothing. Sure. So I'm going 0-0 or Paraguay get it 1-0.
I feel a goal here from Ecuador. But they got to score first. It has to happen.
I'm just thinking, who is it? Like maybe Kevin Rodriguez. He's been in pretty good form for Gilwa to start the season. I mean, is it Jeremy Sarmiento? Did he even get called up? I mean,
I don't know.
Is it going to be Moises Caicedo from outside the box? I don't know. Like, there's no goals in this team. We've all known that.
Yeah.
We've all known that. And Paraguay are good defensively from set pieces, too. So, I will be watching this game because I think it still has value with Enciso out. Because I think Ecuador, you got to do something in this game. I think they're just going to – I also kind of think Ecuador are just going to chill. They were looking at the Argentina game in match day 18. That's when they're going to try. I don't think they're going to try too much here. I think Becasese is a South American what's the word I can say that won't get us demonetized? Fascist manager. Can I say that? It's probably the nicest way that I could put it. He is a football fascist, and it's going to be trash.
Outstanding.
But yeah, we might be live for it. Okay.
Come waste an hour and a half of your life with us.
Do you want to do Uruguay versus Peru next in Montevideo?
Yeah, let's do Uruguay versus Peru. I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 words.
Okay.
Combined. Peru.
Okay. That's a lot for you.
Sad. It is a lot. It's big for me. Peru, I just wrote sad. Sad. Boom. Right there.
I agree with the first half.
Yeah. Solid. All right. Uruguay. Also sad. Home?
That's
question mark? Sad.
Wait.
Just sad. Sad for Peru.
Oh, Uruguay, you're not counting the countries. Okay, I understand.
Also sad. Home? Question mark. They got a home field advantage. Peru is they're gonna lose this one pretty handedly.
This is a sad game.
This is a sad game. I think you'll see Uruguay look confident going forward. They don't have much to worry about in the way of a counterattack. So I think we'll maybe see them open up a little bit. They're going to look a whole lot better than they are in this game. And it's Advíncula's
by virtue of playing Peru
qualifiers. Yeah, correct. Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Advíncula's last 2 games. I think that's pretty big. I think he's going to get up for those.
Peru do look better, I will say, in the last 2 games. I think both were 0-0 draws. They played Ecuador very well, I thought.
But away from home, I mean, unless Uruguay totally sells the farm. Well, or no, unless they totally buy the farm. I think it's going to be a pretty handedly a pretty decisive 1-0 here. I think Uruguay's going to be looking to get their feet set a little bit, maybe gain some confidence here, but it's just going to be ugly. I have this one written down as a pretty ugly game.
Okay.
Unless Uruguay shows up and they absolutely run away with it. I can see that happening as well.
They're just not going to.
They're not going to.
Bielsa won't allow that to happen. It's worth noting Darwin Núñez is still suspended, so he's not going to be available. I either think I'm just going to say Uruguay take it 1-0, but I will not be surprised in the slightest if this is a 1-1. And Peru, they won the home game. If you remember, late header, 80-something minute. They beat Uruguay in Lima. So maybe there's some Uruguayan revenge here. Yeah, even the score type thing. But yeah, do not watch this game.
Yeah.
Watch Ecuador, Paraguay over this one.
This is going to be one to miss. Dude, it's going to be a 6-3. It's going to be the game of the window.
Not with bare minimum Bielsa in charge. There's absolutely no way. Oh, God, he's just destroying Uruguay. All right, Brazil versus Chile in the Maracanã. Okay. Now, Brazil, interesting here. No Vini, no Rodrigo, no Neymar. So they're experimenting a little bit with the attack, but they bring in the full goddamn midfield and the full goddamn defense. And Chile are ass. And this is in Brazil. So when I put that into my magic calculator, I got a 4-0 for Brazil. I actually think they're going to destroy Chile here.
I had a 3-1. I think it will be an ass beating. It will be decisive. I would not be surprised, though, being that you got some of the front runners up there. They get a little overconfident. Chile sneaks something. They have a history of getting some really just strange goals. Like, it's almost a pattern now. I think we've seen 3. One in the last window, and then the window before that where the goalkeeper, like, pulls his hamstring. Do you remember that?
Oh, it was a while ago. That was a while ago against Bolivia, yeah.
2 windows, yeah. Something like that. I think something just bizarre is going to happen. And maybe Chile sneaks away with something here because Brazil gets caught, with their pants down or something. But I think it's going to be pretty decisive here. It's that midfield, like you said, they're going to command the game. I'm looking at 85+% possession for the Brazilians here.
Yeah. And I think Brazil wants to end with a spectacle for their fans. I think they want this to be a good game. And everybody in the attack, this is audition time without Vinny, Neymar, and Rodrigo. It's audition time.
This is audition time. Yes.
They're not going to be chilling. They're not going to be jogging. They want to make the World Cup squad.
Take the stage. It's time.
Yeah.
Prove. Because nobody's locking up those forward positions.
No.
The only person who has a locked-in position for me, Rafinha and Neymar, and he's been injured for 2 years.
I mean, you can't say Neymar's locked in. He didn't get called up.
Yeah, so when he's healthy, he comes back for sure.
I think he's fit right now. I thought he got injured. I mean, he's always injured, but
he's always injured.
I thought he was playing for Santos again. I think they played Fluminense like a couple days ago.
I thought he got
I could be wrong
like
about this. They played Fluminense. No, he played 90 minutes against Fluminense yesterday.
Oh.
No, he's played the full 90, like a lot of games in a row. No, he's healthy. He just didn't get called up. I don't think he's locked in.
If he doesn't have, oh man, that guy's career is slipping through his fingers. I mean, it's gone already, but.
Yeah. I mean, 3 goals for Santos at 33 years old. I just think Ancelotti's like, I'm looking elsewhere. And Rafinha's got to get some good performances for the national team too. He has not been a world beater for Brazil either. So everybody's got something to play for in the attack. And they got to figure out that midfield. Like, what's the perfect three? Who do you put next to Guimaraes? So I just think RIP Chile is what I'm getting at here.
Yeah.
Let's move it to the next match day. Peru versus Paraguay in Lima. What you got for this one?
Just bear with me here. Peru at home, I got them getting one. It's Advíncula's last dance.
A point or a win?
Oh, no, just one goal. This is a 2-1 Paraguayan victory. Let everybody relax. But I think there's one goal in here for Peru, and I think that's pretty huge. I do think they can be dogs when they want to be, and I'm hoping that we're going to see at least 20 minutes of excellent football from them here at home. I think they're at home. You can manage 30. You can manage 30 minutes of top-rate football, at least to the pinnacle of their quality, you know. But Paraguay want to climb that ladder, and this is fresh meat for them. They don't care any time, any place. They don't care who you are. They don't care big, small, rich, poor. They gonna try to beat that ass, and I think that's probably gonna happen here. Paraguay is going to look good. They're gonna look good this game.
See, I'm kind of thinking the same. I think Alfaro, even though Paraguay will be qualified, I think he's gonna still try to win. Yeah. I don't think he wants to lose to Peru in the last qualifier. But can they win away in Lima? I got a 1-1 draw.
You got a 1-1 draw? All right. I got Paraguay. I'm putting it down. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
Lock it in 2-1.
Let's move on to this one's interesting. Venezuela versus Colombia and Maturin.
Mid
game?
I think it's going to be a mid game. I don't know that Colombia is going. I think you'll probably, again, no fairy tales. You'll probably see more change from Colombia. He's going to keep fiddling around with the squad. They're not going to be up to par. But Venezuela is going to be all out. This is the last chance, the last opportunity. They're getting after it. I think they're both going to open
up. Go home.
Win or go home. I think we're going to see a 2-2 draw here. I think it'll be entertaining. I think that both teams are going to open up. We're going to see a lot of mistakes. I wouldn't be surprised if it was somehow, raining and the pitch is muddy and nasty. Somehow, just something about this screams
would benefit Venezuela.
Yeah, for sure. I just think it's going to be ugly. We're going to see a lot of mistakes. There's not going to be a lot of high-quality football, but I do think there will be a decent amount of goals. A lot.
Yeah. This is interesting. This is really, really interesting. My one, I kind of looking at this a couple ways. I'm surprised that Venezuela, as good as they've been in Maturin, haven't beaten a good team yet at home. Well, guess what? This is the last opportunity. So it's like,
and this is a beatable big team.
This is a beatable big team that is in the freaking mud.
Them and Uruguay are like playing hot potato with who's worse here.
Yes, I would agree with that. It's just maybe Colombia dipped harder than Uruguay. That's why it seems more abrasive when you look at it.
Yeah.
I also don't really trust Colombia's personality right now as a team. I don't trust them to take this game completely serious after blowing out Bolivia in the first game. I would like to think that Lorenzo is like, hey, we've been an embarrassment, so we need to go out there and get a result. And I think a Colombian draw or a Colombian win here is not impossible, but I would be surprised. Could they get a 1-1, 2-2 like you're saying? Yes. But I'm actually going to bet on a Venezuelan victory. I think they win it 2-1. Wow. I think they have to win a big game in Maturin. If they don't, then we're going to look back at the cycle in every single home game, and it's going to be like, how did they bottle this? Because I can't believe they haven't beaten anybody.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're not a very good team. That's the problem. They just play really, really well at home. So I'm gonna give them the faith one time. This will never happen again.
Last chance.
Venezuela 2-1. Venezuela 2-1.
Okay.
You're going 2-2? I think that's probably the safer pick there. Yeah. You know what? Because I'm going against my own advice. I'm going for the fairy tale. Going for the fairy tale.
Go, because I got a fairy tale for myself. I got a fairy tale for myself here.
Is it in Ecuador versus Argentina and Guayaquil?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But we'll save my fairy tale for last, I guess. Or no.
Okay. We got 2 more.
Yeah.
2 more after this one.
2 more after this one. But yeah, you know what? Speaking about fairy tales, Ecuador, Argentina, Messi's last World Cup qualifier ever, barring some crazy advancement in I don't even know.
Platelet therapy or something.
Platelet therapy, barring some windfall of stem cells that this man receives. I have no idea. But it's his last eliminatoria. I'm curious to know whether Scaloni's going to go for like a last dance and bring out the OG squad, as many of the original players as he can, for like a little last dance for them, or if it's going to be business as usual. I could see both. I could see the Federation really wanting like a 2022 lineup showing up as it was, as much as you can. Get the fellas out there, let them play 45 minutes all together. Nice round of applause at the end of halftime. And then, I don't know, maybe further, you pull out Paredes first or something like that. I have no idea. Just some sort of homage, you know? Or if you're going to come out, now that's going to start. I don't know.
I think Mastantuono is going to start this game.
You think Mastantuono is going to start this game against Ecuador?
Yes. I think Scaloni will make one extreme change to the 11. And I think it will be Mastantuono. Could be Nico Paz too, but
that's what I was going to say.
Mastantuono's more likely.
Listen, business as usual. I can see him coming out. And you know what? Here's the ideal. Here's the fairy tale. We play 45 and get an early goal with the OG squad. Then Mastantuono comes in. Then Nico Paz comes in the second half. Almada's in there. You know, we're seeing Balerdi come in. I don't know. But
yeah,
I don't know how it's going to be handled. Yeah, Carbone. Either way, I think this is going to be a good game for me. I'm heavily biased here. I think I'm gonna shed a couple tears here. This is pure marketing for the next World Cup.
Are you going to be shedding a tear during a certified 1-1 draw?
You know, I have a 1-1 draw written down too.
You should have a 1-1 draw written down, because that's pretty much what's happened whenever Argentina and Ecuador play each other recently. It's a 1-1 draw.
I think if they go business as usual, I think they come away with the win. But I think it's going to be a little performative, and I think Ecuador is going to hate that, and they're going to play harder for it.
I think Becasese is not forward-thinking at all. And I think if he loses this game to Argentina, which this was a 1-1 draw last cycle, very hard-fought game. I thought Ecuador were the better team last cycle under Alfaro. I think if he loses this one, the optics are we've gone backwards. Even though, have they? That's debatable. They just really haven't developed any attackers. The defense is better than 2022 cycle. 100%
hands
is
down.
better.
Beyond
hands
reproach.
Down. Beyond reproach. Back five completely is better. But the optics, again, might be like, well, we just had Incampié go to Arsenal. William Pacho just won the Champions League with PSG. Estupiñán's at AC Milan. Why have we not beaten another good team yet? Why can we still not beat Argentina? I just think the Ecuadorian press would be pressing Becasese were he to lose. And I think he knows that. And I think he just wants a point. I just think he wants a point. He wants to get out. So that's why I got a 1-1 draw. Not that Ecuador were ever going to open up anyways and play a 3-4-3. That was never going to happen. I think this is a 1-1 draw. Could Argentina win? I'd pick them to win over Ecuador. I would, because of Becasese.
Yeah. You want to see a good this is probably the best midfield matchup of the window?
Yes. Yeah, it is. It is the best of the window.
The fact that Ecuador gets up for these games, they raised their standard to play Argentina. And Argentina is just consummate quality at every area of the pitch. This is going to be wonderful to watch. There's going to be a duel.
Yeah.
How many minutes do you think Messi plays in both games?
70 at home, 45 here.
You think 45 in the second?
I think he gets the full first half and they take him off.
Ike gets at least 60. I think they give him time in the second one. They're going to want to bring him. I was thinking like maybe 80 in the first one, so they bring him off with like 10 minutes left as an homage to the 10. I don't know. I don't know. And then 60 minutes here to bring him off again. I think he gets a standing ovation in both places. I think they're going to make a big deal out of this.
That would require planning from the AFA, and I'm just not sure that they're capable of that. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Messi tells Scaloni, like, hey, man, I'm playing the full 90.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Scaloni's like, okay, fine.
Scaloni
if you start walking, I'll pull you off. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
this is going to hurt.
Why he's in MLS, folks. Man. He's in MLS so that he can do this.
Yeah.
So for him to be in MLS and then play 30 minutes wouldn't make any sense. So anyways, the Ecuador game is a risk though, because Moises Caicedo will slide tackle him from behind, and that's going to hurt.
They'll kill him.
Yeah, they'll kill him. If given the chance, they will kill him. So give them the chance. We throw
smoke bombs at each other. We pepper spray each other in the tunnels.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting arrested at this game. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Guaranteed. What about at the Bolivia versus Brazil game? Someone get arrested there? Is this your fairy tale?
It is.
Holy shit. You think Bolivia going to beat Brazil?
I think Bolivia's going to take it 2-1 here. And I'm sticking by this. This.
I like it. There's some disagreement.
I'm well aware of what I'm saying here, but I want this. I'm pushing for it. I'm putting it out there. I'm going to try and do a little manifestation. All right, here, okay. Bolivia's going to fight like hell. They have no other option to. They know that this is the one chance. This is. I mean, we've all seen Avengers. You know, this is when Tony Stark looks at Doctor what's his name?
Strange.
Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange is like, you know, he does the one. It's the last chance, last opportunity. They're going to fight like hell. And I do think that Brazil is going to underestimate Bolivia. They're going to walk in and they're going to say, we have Ancelotti. We're here. We're going to do this damn thing. Maybe they score first. I think Bolivia is going to punch them in the teeth. Even if they lose, this is going to be a hard-fought game for Brazil. I'm calling it 2-1 here.
Okay. All right. Damn, I'm going for goals too. I had a 2-0 for Brazil.
But
do they keep a clean sheet? Nobody's beaten Bolivia in El Alto yet. I think Brazil does it, though. I'm going with Brazil. I still think Brazil get the victory. And I will upgrade it to a 3-2 for Brazil.
A 3-2?
No, that shit ain't going to happen. In Conmebol, no way. There's a 3-2.
You know what we always do? We always go low scoring. And we're like, this is how it's going to work out. This is what all the stats point to. This is a region without rules. This is chaos. This is panic. This is messy, muddy, chaotic, passionate. This is Conmebol, pelotudo. Something crazy is going to happen. I think this could be the game.
I mean, if there's one opponent where there are always goals in the game, it is Bolivia.
It's Bolivia.
Downgraded 3-1. Brazil winning 3-1.
We're back.
4 goals. I can live with 4 goals. 5 goals ain't no way. in a way. Which I guess based on my predictions, I would have Venezuela going to the World Cup. And you, I think, would have Bolivia going to the World Cup.
Does that sound, with this, does that sound correct, though?
Neither sounds correct.
Neither sounds correct.
Well, should I say one of them's going to the Intercontinental Playoff? They still aren't in the World Cup, but their World Cup hopes are alive.
You know,
and honestly, I think both are cooked.
We're not seeing, correct. We're not seeing Peru with their what is their aggregate? I think they have a -11 and Venezuela has a -4.
Yeah.
What if Peru scores 10 goals this window? Keeps a couple clean sheets.
I mean, I guess technically, Peru are 6 points back, so they'd have to win both games. Bolivia and Venezuela lose both games, and Peru would have to score 10 goals. Yeah. That ain't happening. If Peru get 3 goals in the window, that's a dub.
Games.
They'd still need somebody else to score the other 4, and
that's why it's not going to happen, because Advíncula's got it in him, but no, nobody else. Yeah.
And that's why it's not going to happen. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do have Venezuela going to the Intercontinental Playoff. I think Bolivia just left it a little too late to switch their home ground. They could have done it, I think, if they played in El Alto from the beginning. But they're also just really bad, man. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry to be a dick, but they don't really deserve to be at the World Cup. If you can only go to the World Cup because you play at 10,000 feet elevation, like you're kind of trash, and they are kind of trash. Like,
you will be.
Again, I'm sorry.
Yes,
this ain't goddamn Disney Channel. How many times do I have to say this on this video? You don't deserve to go to the World Cup. Get better. I love Terceros. There's some good players on this team. Everybody else needs to get better, and then you guys can go to the World Cup. All right. Chile versus Uruguay in Santiago. What do you think?
1-0 here. Uruguay.
God, this game also might suck.
This game will. Don't say might. Let's be definitive. I'm never definitive. We know this game will suck.
Yeah, this game will suck. The only way you can pick Chile is if you think that Gareca really did not do anything with the player pool, instead of the opposite opinion that the player pool is bad and nobody could do anything with it. Is it a savable situation? The answer is yes. Chile will draw this game 1-1. If there are assets that can be sold from this team, if they have value in the squad. If they don't, and Gareca really tried everything, this is a 1-0 for Uruguay.
It's a 1-0 for Uruguay.
I'm trying to think of... I could see a 1-1 draw for Chile. I could see the 1-1 draw.
Yeah, and maybe a new manager bounce.
A little bit. A little bit. Like, hey, I want to make that Copa America squad, so I'm going to play well today. I mean, look at Gareca's new manager bounce. It was crazy.
Okay. I'm going 1-1. I'm going 1-1 with you.
1-1. Okay. Well, now Uruguay's definitely winning.
Yeah, now Uruguay's definitely winning.
Probably 3-0.
Yeah.
Ooh, is Darwin going to be back for this game?
I don't know.
If he plays 2-1 Uruguay. If he doesn't, 1-1 draw. There we go. That's the one. That's the one right there.
He ain't going to be jet lagged from his trip? Globe hopping?
I'm sure his Saudi salary allows him to buy some sort of anti-migraine technology. He'll be fine. He probably sleeps in a... What are the chambers you go in for? For hyperspace? Yeah, that's probably what he gets in.
They're going to cryogenically freeze him?
Yeah. Slow down the cell turnover.
Yeah.
He's actually younger when the plane lands than when he took off.
Depends on which way he flies around the globe, you know?
Yeah. Depending on how much it goes against the Earth's rotation. Okay, guys. That is it for our final preview of the final qualification round of Conmebol. Let us know what you think of our predictions down below in the comments. And like I said at the beginning of the video, we will be back for an analysis and probably biggest takeaways, winners, losers, all that stuff. There will be several content pieces we can make about Conmebol once the window is over. If we do go live for any of these games, make sure you're subscribed and following us on Twitter. Link in the description so you know which games we decide to do. If you enjoyed this video and you're watching on YouTube, smash the like button. If you're listening on streaming platforms, give the podcast a 5-star rating. We appreciate you guys for watching or listening. We will both see y'all in the next one.